Did you hit record?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah, you told me to.
Welcome back everyone to my YouTube channel Gizmoflex. Today I'm doing the iPhone XS Max review. So if you do like the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're interested in some tech unboxing, tech reviews and some tech suggestions, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And as you guys know, I've picked up an iPhone XS Max in the gold variant. If you haven't seen the unboxing video, please go ahead and click on the link above and you can have a look at it. Let's go to the review now. Just by the looks of it, it's not that different from an iPhone 10. The only thing that has changed is the camera sensor, the A12 7nm fabrication process bionic chip, and yeah, a bigger display, as you can see. And yeah, slightly bumped up RAM, slightly bumped up GPU. So let's just start with the display first. It rocks a 6.5-inch Super Retina uh, OLED display, which is about 2688 by 1242 pixels, and but the pixel density is pretty much as the iPhone 10. And yeah, but it does have a higher dynamic range when it compared to the iPhone 10, so you get better color saturations and better contrast. Um, Other than that, the audio, it's clearer and has more depth to it, so you can enjoy your videos on your phone even better than the iPhone 10. Oh yeah, quick suggestion: if you do tend to buy the iPhone 10, 10s Max, and the 10R, do not forget to buy a nice protective case for your phone, because to replace this back, they basically have to replace the whole phone, and it's going to cost you as much as a new phone. So I'll provide some links to a few protective cases that are within a nice price range, but if you have some good money to spend, you could go ahead and pick up one from Apple, like a nice green leather case, uh, or any other one. You know, it's better to protect your $1,000 plus investment. And talking about $1,000 plus, a maxed out iPhone XS Max, which comes with a 512 GB variant, and with the Apple Care Plus, theft protection, and all that, along with taxes, costs $2,000 or more. That is as much as a 13-inch mid-range MacBook Pro, like a 2018 MacBook Pro. So Apple is really upping the premium smartphone game. Uh, it has the A12 Bionic 7nm fabrication processor. Uh, it's slightly faster than the A11, but here's the main difference between the A11 and the A12. It's got a better neural engine. The neural engine from A11 was a dual core, but this is a hexacore, 6 core, and yeah, the CPU is hexacore again, with slightly faster speed, and the GPU has one extra core, which makes it a quad core this time instead of a triple core. And the RAM has been bumped up by 1 gig, so the iPhone 10 used to have a 3 GB RAM, and the iPhone XS and XS Max now have a 4 GB RAM. And this RAM is useful when you're trying to unlock the phone with your Face ID. And yeah, better launching of apps, better response. But the audio quality is better. Yeah, it has a slightly bigger camera sensor. You would notice this only with like the precision proper cut cases, that the camera bump is bigger than the iPhone 10. Let's compare the cameras now between iPhone XS and 10. Here in the XS one, you could see that skies were visible and more better, and on the 10 it wasn't. And on the XS Max, you can see the blur is slightly less, and on the 10 it's more blurred out and the light is more overexposed. And here are some more examples where the sky is better on the XS, and due to the smart HDR, it does a way better job. But where on the 10 you don't have that good detail and better exposure and calculated image. Same goes with the lights in the indoor. They are slightly overexposed on the iPhone 10, whereas on the iPhone XS Max they're slightly less. The image details, the color is preserved more on the iPhone XS Max, and on the iPhone 10 not so much. And as it was getting close to a lower light situation, I could see that the iPhone XS Max was doing slightly better than the iPhone 10. And the XS Max has a slightly bigger image. This is because of the slightly bigger image sensor, slightly wider angle image sensor on the iPhone XS Max. And if you see the portrait mode, iPhone XS Max has more bokeh effect, and on the iPhone 10 you can see the blur in the background is slightly lesser than the iPhone XS. Let's talk about the battery life. The battery life, according to Apple, the XS Max is supposed to give you 1.5 hours more than an iPhone 10. I personally didn't feel like that because a few gaming, texting, regular usage, a few calls here and there, and browsing through some apps, I tend to get a whole 18 hours or 15 hours of battery life, and then I just put it for charging overnight. So yeah, I don't see much difference, but that's the Apple's claim. uh, I don't know if anyone has already purchased a XS Max has noticed this issue where if you are if you have the Wi-Fi calling option set up, you tend to disconnect, or you have this glitch with Wi-Fi calling. So I hope the 12.1 update of iOS is gonna fix that issue. And also the charge gate, where when you tend to plug in the cable when it's on standby mode, it does not charge on some of these XS and XS Maxes. But I personally do not face that issue, but I hope a fix comes up for that as well in the 12.1. Talking about iOS 12.1, please install iOS 12 if you haven't. iOS 12 is, how would I put this, is a second life for phones like iPhone 5s, iPhone 6, iPhone 6s, 7 and up. It has made all these phones faster, and you have a better experience. I would say better experience, which iPhone was known for. Yeah, when it comes to my final verdict, it has a better camera, bigger display, better sound, faster, better processor with all the smart HDR processing, better image signal processing, and better imagery. So it goes hand in hand. Faster Face ID. I guess that's about it. So these are the main differences between an iPhone 10 and the iPhone XS and XS Max. If you would like my recommendation, if you have the money to go ahead and purchase $1,000 phone and above, go ahead, you could get that phone. But if you want a personal suggestion where you're really cautious about what you spend or how much you spend, wait it out, or else get the iPhone XR, which is a budget version of an iPhone XS and XS Max, which has a LCD display, fairly equivalent camera with just a single sensor, but always a two wide angle camera is better for better pictures, especially during the portrait mode. It has the same processor pretty much, and everything else, the hardware is pretty much the same other than the display. But other than that, if you're coming from an iPhone 5s, 6, 6s, 7, even 8, you would feel this upgrade is definitely way significant, because you're upgrading from an Touch ID to Face ID. Better display, an OLED display from an LCD display, lesser bezels, pretty much whole screen bezel-less display, uh, yeah, and a heavier phone. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the video and about the phone. If you do like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more tech related videos. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care and peace.